We've missed the headline, though. The story out of last night, Matthew, it's the Tuck wagon.
Yeah.
Tucker Kraft.
Before we get there, I do want to hear from the Packers after this win, and then we'll talk about Tucker Kraft, who dominated last night.
The Tuckler.
Tuck wagon.
I like the Tuck wagon.
It's fine. The Tuckler.
Couldn't have, started the season off on a better note. So it's one thing that we just got to keep building on. But it feels great right now.
Jordan, how was Tucker Kraft able to be so impactful in this game?
Man, Tuck. I'm expecting big things from Tuck this year, but it's just, it's one of those things that's who Tuck is every day. He comes in and puts that work in, and in practice every day he's making those big time plays, and he's very consistent right now.
Well, hopefully I can keep stacking games like that, but it's the first time I've ever gotten over 100 yards, including in college. So, I'm feeling it now. You just get tackled that many more times.
Perfect tight end personality.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have full faith that this will continue on, boys.
Ice Road Tucker is the headline there. Jay, if you had started him, and you didn't, but if you had started him, you could change your team name to Tuck You.
No, I like the chubby leather daddies. But yeah, I can put that under consideration. By the way, as I've told everyone in the league, my other tight end, and the reason Tucker Kraft wasn't starting in tight end is Brock Bowers. He's on the trade block, my friend. This is a Tuck wagon.
Rightfully so. I am surprised, by the way. Here's the chubby leather daddy's box score there.
Man, it never gets old.
Yeah.
And then you have a professional headshot as the picture. I'm a little confused.
I got to change that.
A little confused by that.
Yeah, 24.4. I should have started him over Cup. I don't know why I didn't. I like Cooper Kupp. I had a feel. Yeah, I don't know. That was a mistake. If I could go back and change it, I would, but I can't. So now the good thing is that I'm playing the glorified bye, which is our soon to be on the air with us, Danny Carter.
Yeah, well, we'll get to this. We'll get to this in the next segment. We'll get to this in a little bit when we talk about injuries. But I'm actually surprised you didn't start Tucker Kraft because. No, but all jokes aside, because Brock Bowers missed practice yesterday. Like I would have thought, let me lock in. Just in terms of roster construction, I would have said I'm definitely starting Tucker Kraft on Thursday night to get my tight end. And then if Bowers is going, then I can start him over Cooper Kupp. Yeah. But if he doesn't go, then I'm fine with Kupp as in my flex.
Extremely logical.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it.
To be fair, you don't talk about fantasy football every day. Right?
I was just kind of operating under the assumption that Brock Bowers is going to play because that has been the indicator. I know it's not 100%.
Right.
But,
He has said that the challenge is it's a Monday night game. And so we may not get clarity until Monday night. Yeah. Now, it is a doubleheader on Monday night, so you'll at least have two games to sort of pivot to. And
it's probably need a Michael Mayer.
It's worth picking up Michael Mayer,
emergency
honestly.
option.
No, seriously, because right, exactly. Jacob's got a question here. He says, this offseason, I was genuinely surprised to see a lack of hype/talk about Tucker Kraft. People always preach breakout candidates. He's the definition of it. Who else can you trust in that wide receiver room? I will push back on that, Jacob, just to say, this guy. Honestly, Tucker Kraft was a sleeper for Jay Croucher, the Tuckler, as he's known now in these parts. And honestly, I like to give you crap all the time, Jay, and I love to point your flaws out constantly. But I have to give you some love for Jordan Love, because he was not somebody that a lot of people were talking about this preseason, and he was somebody that you were on the bandwagon from moment one of this preseason saying, I think he will be healthy this year, and if he's healthy, this is a guy that can be an elite fantasy quarterback.
Yeah, I think when a guy underperforms expectations, the first thing to ask is, was he hurt? Was he playing hurt? Dalton Kincaid had a bad year last year. Was he playing hurt? Yes, he had a knee problem the whole season. Last year, Jordan Love, was he hurt? Yeah, he's dealing with an MCL after week 1, and then he hurt his groin, and then he hurt his elbow. In the stretches where he was healthy, he was fine last year. And the year before, in the second half of the season, he was magnificent. So Jordan Love, the thing that you love about him, no pun, is that he just chucks it down the field, Connor. He gives his guys a chance. He left a lot of plays on the table last night. He had the bomb to Matthew Golden.
That's the big one.
Which probably could have connected on. And then he also had the 40-yard touchdown pass to Jaden Reed, where Reed unfortunately breaks his collarbone on that play. But that gets called back. That was a great play. Yep. Jordan Love, I think as many question marks as there are about the weapons, they've got a lot of lottery tickets who can hit. And then 2, they got Tucker Kraft, the Tuck Wagon Tuckler, who looks like a beast. And then 3, he's got Matt LaFleur, who's one of the best offensive minds in the game. So Jordan Love, I think, is going to be a top 10 quarterback in fantasy this year.
I would agree with that. 31 pass attempts. Most of his games since week 9 of last year, they're letting him kind of air it out. And to your point about throwing deep, 9 different passes with an average depth of target of 15 or more air yards. He leads all quarterbacks in average depth of target so far this year. Again, we're just one game into week 2, but still, That's a stat that just tells you when you're watching those games. Like, they're not scared to chuck it deep, and they've got a lot of guys that can fly down there, and they're not scared to throw it.
Yep. Other thing on Tuck Daddy, PJ Tucker, I'm going to make a declaration now that in terms of fantasy tight ends, points per game, the top 5, it's done. It's just locked in. It's 5 guys: Bowers, McBride, Kittle when he gets back, Tyler Warren, and Tucker Kraft. I think those are the 5 guys, and there's no one else that I really have interest in taking over those 5. I think Tucker Kraft is real. We saw it last year.
I agree with you
Healthier
on that.
Jordan Love. I think Tyler Warren's maybe the one who we'll see with the users, but I've got a lot of confidence in his talents and his ability to be consistent. But I think Tucker Kraft, I don't see any reason why he should not be a top 5 tight end.
I think there's a chance that Hawkinson could sneak in there if McCarthy gets more. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I do think McCarthy might actually pepper him a little bit more. That was kind of the report in the training camp, was that Hawkinson was getting a ton of looks from McCarthy in training camp. So we'll see. But I agree with the take that wherever you got, how about this? Tuckler the Tuck Wagon. Yes.
Let's go with Tuck Wagon is fine.
No, Tuckler the Tuck Wagon.
We don't need to try repaint the Mona Lisa. Tuck Wagon works perfectly fine. It's funny because he looks like a wagon as well when he's running. That's why it works. It doesn't look like a Tuckler. It doesn't make any sense.
I know, but that's the whole point of it. That's the whole point, is just to make it the dumbest nickname of all time. At any rate, but wherever you got Tucker Kraft in drafts this year, you are earning a profit. There's no question about that. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest RotoWorld fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.